Welcome to this video demonstration of a network visualization tool that I created for CS6963 Digital Forensics. This video will be a brief overview of the tool as well as showing a quick demo of the tool in action. This tool is basically created to allow more efficient analysis of a Pcap file from a higher level than what you might get from a Wireshark or Tshark or even TCP dump, as most of those tools require a certain degree of skill level to be able to understand filtering, to be able to drill down and to get the data that you want to see. This tool is geared at a higher level to show an overview of the network traffic coming out of a Pcap file, to give an overview of what protocols are used, which sources, and which destinations are part of the Pcap, as well as seeing the traffic over time. In order to use this tool, the first thing you need to do is import and parse a Pcap file, which you can do after you've downloaded the tool from GitHub, which I'll show the URL at the end of this screencast. The first thing you'll want to do is, after you've installed Python and some of the other prerequisites that are laid out in the README file, is run the main program. If you run it with a -h, you'll be able to see the usage. As you can see, there's not a lot to the usage, where you provide the network, the local network that you want to use, that allows the visualization to have a base, to allow the visualizations to be based off of the local network. In our case, we'll probably use 192.168.1.0/24 network. And then after you've specified the network, you specify the Pcap file. So it's pretty simple to do the initial parsing and importing of the Pcap data. So Python py-680. And then I have a local Pcap file that I created that has some local traffic, a couple of web page views, so TCP traffic over port 80, as well as some SSH traffic and a few ARP requests for the wireless router. So as you're running, it gives you a status of what it's doing, and it will take a few minutes to parse this file, as it's got a lot of traffic in it. You can see it's parsing through and pulling out the timestamp, as well as the pertinent information, such as the source IP, the destination IP, and the source port, destination port, as well as the protocol, and taking all of that information and inserting it into an SQLite database, which will be used by the web application portion to be able to pull out the data into the actual visualizations. So as it's done, you can see some statistics. We have just over 7,000 packets, mostly TCP, a few UDP, a few ARP requests. So now that the database is populated, use Python py.server to actually start up a very lightweight web server in Python that we will be able to use to view the actual HTML and JavaScript visualization pages. You see from the tool, the first page provides just an overview of what you're looking at. So it shows the Pcap file, the local network you specified, as well as the date processed. Again, there's the total packets, just over 7,000. The first screen is the protocol usage, and this is by source. The program filtered out the source addresses that are in the local network that were specified when we began parsing. You can see the different requests broken up by protocol. As you can see, this one's mostly TCP, a few UDP. If you click on the protocol, it will actually pull up the individual packets so that you can do further analysis. The next screen is destination by source, displayed in a tree map graphic. And as you hover over, you can see the source IP as well as the destination IP and the number of packets. And this allows you to see which sources and which destinations contribute the most network traffic, as well as broken down by specific sources and destinations. And again, when you click on it, you can drill down and get more information. You're also able to search if you need to search for a specific destination or port or protocol as you're going through the different views on this tree map. The next tab is traffic by destination, and this is displayed in a bubble graph, and this allows you to see kind of a different view of the same network data, but maybe visualized in a way that brings out certain aspects of the network a little bit more. As you can see from this one, most of the traffic went to this 296 or 206, 190, 56, 191 address. And again, as you click on it, you can get more information. And the last view is traffic over time. So this is traffic measured in packets per second over time. The Pcap file was about 2 minutes of traffic on a test network, and you can see the spikes in the network where some seconds there's very little traffic, and then some very dramatic spikes where there's almost 800 packets per second. Those are probably where we were requesting certain web pages that had a lot of extra artifacts and images and whatnot. So that's a brief overview of the network visualization tool. There's a lot of neat things you can do with the D3.js library that I used for some of these visualizations, that you can do further analysis and could even further expand the tool to provide more dynamic drill downs, like the bubble chart, where you can have clickable and it will bring up a closer view of the data. But for this version, this is what we have. So hopefully this was informative, and in order to actually view the source code is available on GitHub. As you can see the URL in see the URL here, and notice the spelling error as the typo. And it also provides a README, tells you what you need to do to install it, as well as some of the resources that were helpful, links to the D3.js library, as well as the gallery, to provide a lot more of the different visualizations. And as you click down, you can see the breakdown of the source files. Mainly the DAO is where a lot of the queries of the SQL database are. Database is just the database connection. Parser is actually the parsing of the Pcap file. Server is the lightweight server that serves up the JSON web service that allows the JavaScript to populate the page. And that is it. Hopefully this has been useful, and hopefully you get something out of this. Thanks a lot.